Hi, I'm Brandon, and today I'm taking a second look at the two guys that showed up at the same time to the sting, Safraz Khan and Yazan Asfour. I did both of their interrogations recently, so I figured I'd go back and take another look at their sting, so let's go. So let's head on over to the wiki page to see what was going on with these guys before the sting. We'll start with Safraz. It says Safraz Khan was born in Guyana, immigrating to the United States when he was 10 years old. At the age of 16, he was assaulted by an older man while walking home from a library at night. And not just assaulted, he was SA'd. I'm just trying to watch what I say here so YouTube doesn't censor me. Yeah, that's pretty horrible. I didn't know that. That's yeah. It's obviously it's not an excuse to do what he did, but it's still horrible. He lived with his older brothers and younger sister with his father. His father was a veterinarian. At some point, his mother relocated to Canada. Prior to the sting, he was a 25-year-old psychology student at UCF and worked at a Publix. He was only 9 credits away from obtaining his psychology degree. However, he had been addicted to talking to minors in online chat rooms since he was 20. How is that something you can get addicted to? It just seems like it's I don't know, it just seems like something that you choose to do, but anyways, it was a troubling addiction that would land him in trouble and it would affect him for the rest of his life. Khan started chatting with who he believed to be a very young girl named Kiana. He then started to talk about very inappropriate things and describing his body and all the things that they could do together. Later, he became worried as he said, "I'm kind of afraid to see you and I could go to jail." Yes, you could. The chat continued for 3 weeks, during which time Khan was verified on the phone. He sent very inappropriate pictures of himself, and he promised to bring lots of condoms. Khan's bizarre chat log displayed some symptoms of him not being a fully matured adult, namely the insecure offense taken by the decoy stating that he didn't look young enough to pass for 17 or 18. It was this offense that almost led to Khan walking away from the chat completely. So, yeah, why would he take offense to that? I haven't read his chat log, but maybe I should, because I've heard that referenced before, and it just sounds like he's very petty and immature. Anyways, let's head over to Yazan Asfour's wiki page and see what was going on with him before the sting. It says Yazan was born in Jordan and was raised Muslim. He was a former player on a Jordanian basketball team who had come to the United States to study at the University of South Florida in Tampa. He was studying business and personal training. Yazan was 26 at the time he began to chat with a girl he believed to be underage and asked if she wanted an enslaved person. Yazan asked the girl all sorts of details about herself, and then he lied about his age and claimed to be 24. So he shaved 2 years off his age because he thought that would be more appealing. That's ridiculous. Yazan then asked the girl if she could be his mistress, to which she agreed. Yazan told the girl he wanted to meet the next day, but she could not, probably because there's other predators to bust. He then said he would worship the girl, let the girl peg him, and basically use him as a toilet. There's probably going to be a lot of stuff here I can't even say because it's so gross. He told the girl he would give her $400 per month to do this. He then sent the girl a picture of himself with a collar and a leash. And the next day he messaged the girl, told her he was obsessed with her and he wanted her to know that he loved her. Good God. He then told her that she was his god and told her that he would wear a collar and kept his promise of giving the trainer money. And then, he just said a whole bunch of very, very gross things. He kept chatting and making small talk, still using the nickname through the chat. The pair talked about family, school, the decoy's birthday, and when Yazan was sick. Eventually, Yazan told the girl that he would protect her and finally wanted to meet her in person. The pair exchanged numbers, and the date was set for Flagler Beach, Florida. So let's head on over to the Sting house and see what happens when these two knuckleheads show up.
This beachfront house, and it's going to get crowded. Some men even coming 2 at a time. Here comes a 25-year-old psychology student named Safraz Khan. Weeks before he arrived at our house, Khan, who uses the screen name TennisBoy213, took 3 years off his age and began speaking.
So he took 3 years off his age, and the other guy took 2 years off his age. This thing that makes him more appealing, or something, or they just can't help lying.
Speaking to a perverted justice decoy who told him she's a 13-year-old female.
Do we have a way to call that guy?
Dateline pays perverted justice to do what it normally does, set up profiles in chat rooms that appear to be from underage teens, in this case ages 13 to 15, who are curious about sex. In his chat, Khan asks the girl if she's a virgin.
It's kind of funny that back then they had to explain what perverted justice was and how it operated because people were new to this. I think by this time we've been TCAP fans for so long that we just obviously understand it. But there might be some new people being introduced to it, so maybe they want to know.
If she likes older guys. He writes,
I would make love to you for hours.
That picture just looks so dumb. He looks like a 25-year-old man who's also a 8-year-old boy. Like, what kind of haircut's that? This looks like his mom cut his hair or something. He looks like he's like the fifth Beatle.
Then, Khan the student becomes the teacher, advising her on such matters as erections, masturbation, oral sex, sexual positions, and how sex for her may hurt at first because she's a virgin. But he clearly knows what he's doing is illegal.
I'm kind of afraid to come see you, because I could go to jail if I touch...
Yeah, you could, Safraz Khan. So that's the point where you're like, wait a minute, maybe what I'm doing is wrong. If it's so morally wrong and it's also legally wrong that could wind you up in prison and ruin your life, maybe you should just take a step back and be like, maybe this is not a good thing to do. Maybe I should stop. If you did that, you would not be in trouble and we would not even know your name. Now you've exposed yourself and ruined your life forever, even though you knew it was wrong. You even wrote down it was wrong. You even told your victim that what you were doing was wrong.
You're a minor.
But later, he sends along a picture of his genitals.
Oh, man. Oy. That's, I'm trying to think of a joke to make about that picture, but I'm so horrified that I can't think of one. That's just gross.
Says he'll bring lots of condoms. He makes a date online to come to the girl's house when she says she'll be alone. Now...
Like it when she says she'll be alone. She definitely won't be alone, but she says she is.
He's here.
You can come in. Hi.
Khan is
Come into my restaurant.
walking into a house loaded with hidden cameras, a Dateline crew, and members of perverted justice. He appears to suspect there's more here than meets the eye.
You can come in and sit down.
I like how in these old ones they went totally overkill with the cameras and everything. Whereas in the new, like they had like 17 cameras or some crazy things. In the new takedown ones, they have like 3 plus the crew. So you just kind of need a wide shot and then, 2 other angles. You don't really need like every inch covered by 10 different cameras.
If you want.
Yeah, he's scared. And these guys are dumb. They stand in the doorway. Like they think if I just stand in this doorway here, I can get in trouble because I'm not actually coming any closer. If this is a sting and the police are there, they're going to grab you no matter what. It's not like, you're not a vampire where you need permission to come in. Like you're gonna get caught, like no matter what.
No, that's alright. You're one I talked to one minute.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. He's smart enough to realize that she's a different person. So many of these idiots, like 90% of them, don't even notice that this is a different person.
Phone.
On the phone?
Yeah.
Because he's wary, I decide to make an early appearance.
You can come in here and sit down for a minute if you want.
I need to talk to you for a minute.
She's like, what is it? What difference does it make who I am? I'm a minor. That's all that matters to you. Like all these guys, they couldn't care less. Yeah, this is a different person, but no, they look young, so the victims are interchangeable to them.
Why don't you have a seat right there, please? What's going on?
I'm sorry
You're sorry for what?
that I did this.
Yeah, bullshit you are. You're only sorry because you just got caught. That's the only reason. You were even in the doorway when he's like, you're not the one I talked to on the phone. He's kind of saying like, I'm scared because you're not the person I talked to. But if it was the person he talked to, he obviously would have come in and gone through with all his plans. There's no way he not would have done it. He's only sorry because that's the only thing he can think to say as soon as he's confronted. And it's like, sorry, it's a little too late for sorry by the time you're sitting in this chair.
But remember, we told you it was going to get crowded. That's because our next visitor is very close by.
He's going to be here in just a minute.
It's just kind of a sad reflection of our society that so many of these guys show up that they're just like overlapping. They have to schedule them. Like, if you didn't even know how prevalent this kind of thing was, you might think, like, oh, if they did a sting like this, you might have one guy every, like, maybe one per day every couple days, and you have to wait around forever for them. It's like, no, there's so many of them, they have to work hard to schedule them properly, and even then, some guys overlap. There's just, like, so many people showing up. And this is 20 years ago. You figure, like, okay, predators would get the point, but no, they don't. They're still doing these kind of stings, and they still keep showing up, maybe even increasing numbers. It's like it's a never-ending problem.
In it, so it's going to get interesting.
Meanwhile, I continue to have my conversation with Tennis Boy.
And what did you do exactly?
I came to meet someone that was underage.
And why did you do that?
I don't know.
Because I'm a dirty perv. You should just say that. That's what you are.
It sure seemed like you knew what you wanted during this chat.
And we're out of time because our next visitor is here.
Copy that. Stay low. The next guy is right outside the house scoping, making the turn.
And I like that they let them both come in because it just gave a little extra entertainment value. Whereas a lot of the times, if there's another guy in there, they'll either rush the guy inside, they'll rush him out so the new guy can come in, or they'll just arrest the other guy outside. They should just let them all come in. They should have like 4 guys in there at the same time, all wondering what the hell's going on.
The result, To Catch a Predator First. Our decoy invites him inside.
Did she just not even say anything? Usually she's like, hi, come on in. Here she just doesn't say anything.
Why don't you come in over here and stand right over here at the bar? How are you? Good, good. Please, come here. I want you guys to meet each other. This is
Yazan is just so confused. He's like, what the hell's going on?
Tennis Boy 213. And
I wonder if these guys are like still like Facebook friends or something to this day.
Tennis
They're like kindred spirits because they both got busted for the same thing at the same time.
Boy, this is slave to mistresses, right? What are you doing here?
Actually, it's pretty clear to us.
I like how you see is that Ron Knight standing over there on the left? He's like, okay, we got 2 guys now, and this one guy's like, he's like a gym guy, so he's probably in good shape, and he might be violent. You got nothing to worry about with Safraz Khan. He's like a broomstick. He's not going to be a threat to anyone, but this other guy might be. So Ron Knight's like ready to pounce.
That's what he's doing here and who he is. It's all in his online chat. 26-year-old Yazan Asfour uses the screen name Slave to Mistresses. That gives you an idea what's on his mind. He's a former member of a Jordanian basketball team and now a student and personal trainer. Like the previous man, Asfour chatted with a decoy who told him she was 13.
Yeah, you don't need this guy personal training young women. That he would like. Just imagine what they would go through. He would just be creeping on all of them.
But unlike Khan, Asfour mostly wanted the girl to do things to him. We can't get too detailed, but we can say he prefers to be treated like a dog and also a toilet. We'll have to
it was like disgusting.
Leave it at that. He sends live video of himself naked and wearing a dog collar.
Like he sent these pictures to what he thought was an underage girl. And then in his interrogation, he just is so adamant that he did not do anything wrong. He can't see. He's like, I'm a virgin, or a virgin, as he calls it. He's like, I swear. It's like, so you can't send this kind of stuff to an underage girl and ask her to do that. He seriously didn't think he did anything wrong.
Along with a link to a website that illustrates what he's talking about. So what's he have to say now that he's alongside another potential predator, just like 2 guys at the bar?
What are you doing here tonight?
Looks like 2 guys at a restaurant.
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, it sure seems like you had a lot of plans in this chat.
Can I ask a question? Sure. Is my family gonna have to know about this?
Well, they don't have to, but they will. They should have put that part on the show, was calling all these guys like parents and wives and everything just to tell them.
Why are you so concerned about your family knowing?
Because this is something that would just ruin my life.
Well, you made the...
Yeah. This is the thing you decided, but you even said that. You knew this was a possibility. You were worried. You weighed the options, and you chose to come over. Now you have to pay the consequence. You can't say, okay, I'm going to come over. If it turns out to be a sting and I get caught, I don't want any sort of trouble. But if it turns out it's not a sting, I want to be able to do the crime. That's basically what they're saying. They want to be able to do this kind of stuff in secret. No one will ever find out. And if someone does find out, then they just want to beg for forgiveness and be able to get let off the hook. And he'll immediately go, it said in his wiki, he's addicted to talking to minors. So he's going to go home and then just start chatting again. And his next time, he'll try to be more careful about it. But he'll obviously keep doing it. So who cares about ruining your life, Safraz? You brought it on yourself.
Decision to come in here, but I'm going to get back with you in a minute because I have a couple questions for you. What were you planning on doing here tonight? Did you bring your collar with you? No. What is all this slave talk in here? And you're saying all this to a girl?
Ron Knight's just looking at him. He's like, I got to see what this disgusting guy looks like in person.
Girl who said she was 30.
Was it
13, yes.
Yes, yeah, yes. She repeatedly said that.
What is all this about?
I don't want to have sex.
Well, that's not what you say here.
Even Safraz there is like, yeah, bullshit, buddy.
Is that you in those pictures? Got a collar on there. You sent this.
I wonder if Safraz is thinking like, okay, this guy seems worse than me, so maybe I'll get some leniency.
Right? You sent this?
I can't remember.
You can't remember. That's you, though, right? So there's only one way that these pictures could have gotten here, and that's by you sending them. And for you sent pictures too, didn't you?
Some really bizarrely disturbing but kind of hilarious pictures.
And what did that picture show?
I was naked.
You thought that was okay to send a naked picture of yourself to a 13-year-old girl?
No, it's not okay.
Well, why did you do it?
It's a weakness of mine.
You do this all the time.
A weakness. They just try to phrase it in a way that makes them look like pitiful and small, and it's like, oh, it's a weakness. I'm just a weak person. No, you're a predator. Doesn't matter how physically strong you are or mentally strong or anything. All that matters is you tried to do this incredibly horrible and illegal thing. You're not weak.
No.
Khan tells me he brought condoms and knows what's going on.
I've seen this program.
You've seen this program?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what you've walked into here.
Yeah.
You're still trying to figure this out. So
I wonder if these guys realize, like, how big of a deal that is. This is a mega, mega popular show. This is on primetime TV. This was seen by millions of people even before it was uploaded to the internet. These guys are like minor celebrities, even like maybe like medium-sized celebrities from being on this show. And there wasn't that many of them. Like in a country of hundreds of millions of people, there wasn't like, it's not like 30% of the population was caught on the show. That's ridiculous. It was only like maybe like 200 guys or something on this entire show, which is like what 0.000001% of the population or something. It's like, it's so tiny. So just the fact that these guys are stupid enough to fall for this completely obvious trick that was full of red flags. They're such predatory. Their minds are so warped that they're willing to fall for this thing and be one of the few guys that gets caught doing this. It's like, obviously there's other predators out there, but the ones that get caught on the show, it's like you're in a special breed of idiot predator.
I'm going to tell you both what's going on here. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Okay.
And we're doing a story on adults who try to meet underage teens online for sex.
Asfour still appears confused, but Khan clearly knows.
Yeah, even in his interrogation, Yazan he's just confused. He doesn't get it. He's like, he doesn't see why he did anything wrong. He just seems so, I think like, I don't know what the laws are like in Jordan, but it's like he's trying to show them like, I've never had sex before. I'm a virgin. It's like, well, that doesn't matter. That's not illegal. The fact is you were trying to do all this stuff with an underage person. That's massively illegal. So like in Jordan, all the stuff he wanted to do, like, he wanted the like, I don't want it to be censored by YouTube, but let's just say that he wanted the young girl to put on a device and then do him, basically. It's like, how is that not? He's just so confused. Like, what's going on? I didn't do anything. Like, like imagine your mind is so warped that you think this is normal.
What's coming?
Yeah, but we're both gonna get arrested, I think. What?
What? What did I do?
I'm very sorry about this. I just want to make things right. I feel really bad about this.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that.
Khan leaves. Asfour.
I would have loved it if they just let these two guys have a private conversation, like Chris and all the crew just left, and left these guys there just to like talk for a few minutes and then record them and see what they would say to each other.
Follows shortly after. Outside, the Flagler Beach police are waiting.
Out here, on the ground.
On the ground. Now. Hands behind your back.
I didn't do anything. I'm a virgin.
Back at the police station, the two men are questioned by investigators at the same
I've covered both of these interrogations recently, but we may as well just watch this highlight clip here again.
time. Asfour is worried about his reputation and still says he
Both these guys were. They're just shocked. This is going to reflect badly on me. People are going to find out. Like, yeah, that's why you don't do shit like this.
didn't do anything wrong.
The situation will hurt me if it's on the TV. I'll not do any criminal in my life. Even
I have not done any criminal in my life. Well, criminals are probably going to be doing you when you go to prison.
I'll not do any sex with a woman.
What if you had got it over here and she had wanted to have had sex with you?
I will not accept. Because many girls try to have sex with me.
Oh, shut up. They do not. Many girls do not try to have sex with you. You're probably such a huge creep that girls run from you.
I swear I am virgin. I swear to God. My goal was to know her because she...
That's like, does he seriously think that he would go to prison because he's not a virgin? It is. It's extremely rare for anyone to be 26 years old and be a virgin. That's the exception to the rule. You're not going to be in trouble for that. I don't get how he thinks that that's what he would be in trouble for, but all the stuff he did want to do, all the really disgusting stuff with this underage girl is not bad. Like, what the hell goes on in this guy's head? He normalized it to the point where he's like, yep, this is completely normal. I'm not going to get in trouble for this. And then his claim is that normal women pursue him for sex all the time, and he's like, no. So he's like, he's not even interested in that. He just wants to do all the weird toilet slave stuff. Like good God, this guy should not be walking the streets.
Was nice with me.
Yes, your goal was to have her do the things that you typed in there at some point.
Yeah, maybe that's true after I know her, but...
After I know her? Yeah, after you know her... The amount of time it would take in his mind, he might even be thinking that, hey, I wouldn't just do this with anyone. I want to get to know the person first. I'd say it would take him probably, 3 minutes tops. He'd be like, they would sit down, have some brief superficial chat, and then he'd be like, okay, I know you well enough, let's get down to business. There's no way all this stuff that he's built up in his warped mind and then came over there to do, there's no way that he would hold off on doing this till a later date. If you're willing to drive hours to get to the house of a minor in the middle of the night, you're going to want to do exactly what you want to do. He's not going to get to know her, or get to know hair, as he says.
Not in the first meeting.
Down the hall, it's a different story with the...
Yeah, okay, we've heard that before, too. Like Thomas Shin, he's like, oh, we're not going to do that today, maybe next time. Okay, so maybe you're not going to do that stuff at the first meeting, but the second, so you're going to meet the next weekend, the next day? That's still bad. Like, what do you think that's a defense? We wouldn't do it this time. Oh, okay. It's not like the law resets itself after each day. They're going to have to do a whole new sting and try to catch you next time. The fact that you wanted to do this at any point. You're not waiting 5 years until this girl turns 18. No way in hell.
Psychology major Safraz Khan.
I just made a terrible mistake that could possibly affect me for the rest of my life. Would that be a fair assumption?
That would be a very fair assumption, actually.
Yes, it would. And this guy, he does fly under the radar. I know a lot of people like this segment just because he's kind of funny. And he's a very, very small guy, and he just comes across as very weak. So he doesn't seem like a predator. Like, if this guy you talk to him in a bar, like, you're not going to be intimidated by him. But it doesn't make him any less dangerous. He's not going to be dangerous to a grown man, but he's going to be dangerous to underage girls who he somehow has an addiction to talking to. Like, he cannot help himself. He's admitted he's done this more times than he could count, and he's sending them all pictures. He's always just out there trying to meet up with them, and this time he was successful, but it turned out to be a sting. But this is like a very dangerous guy. Like, this guy, it doesn't matter how big or intimidating he is, he could still do damage to any potential victim if he were to do this successfully with a real person. So thank God he was stopped. And even now, like, his whole pitiful, sad story isn't about, like, man, I realize, like, the damage I could have caused by doing this. It's like, oh, I'm going to be embarrassed, and my life is going to be negatively affected by doing this. He never once gave a thought to the damage he could cause and negatively affect all the people he tried to do this shit to. So, yeah, he's a terrible guy.
Khan tells Detective Liz Williams of the Flagler Beach Police that he's been having sexual chats with underage girls since he was 20.
How many of those girls did you send pictures to?
Probably all of them.
All of them?
I struggle with this, internally. Obviously, I know I've always known it's wrong, and I never realized just how big of a problem it is.
And that's just horrible. Like, I couldn't imagine being, I don't know if it's an addiction, but we'll call it that. Like, just being addicted to trying to harm other people. I could see, like, people that are, like, smoke cigarettes, they're addicted to alcohol or drugs, like, things that, like, they harm yourself. It may incidentally, like, harm your family, but it's mainly, it does bad things to yourself, and you have a hard time overcoming that habit or whatever. How could you be addicted to causing massive physical and psychological harm to minors? And it's not like he's addicted to getting in fights, with bars with men that are could put up a fight against him. No, he just picks like the most vulnerable members of society to prey on, and that is what he's addicted to. He can't stop himself from doing that. How could you be that fucked in the head?
Later, both men were charged with 3 felonies, including attempting to commit a lewd act on a child and using a computer to send harmful material to a minor. If convicted, Khan could face up to 5 years in prison. Asfour, because he sent that live video of himself naked, has been charged with...
When I first saw this, I thought he had some kind of like skin condition on his face, but that's just dirt or like sand from when he got arrested. His face was in the ground.
A second-degree felony and could be sentenced to up to 15 years in jail. And because both men are not U.S. citizens, if convicted, they could be deported after serving their sentences.
Uh-oh. All right, let's head back over to the wiki page and find out what happened to these two guys after. Khan would be convicted on March 11th, 2008 of 3 felonies. He would receive a prison sentence of 15 months or 1 year and 3 months, 5 years probation, and lifetime registration as an offender. I hate that. It's like, just give him the 5 years. Like, really make an example of these guys. You show them leniency. This guy's already addicted and can't help himself. You show him leniency, it just means he's going to be out doing this sooner. However, there is a silver lining to this, because in 2001, Khan, who was a permanent resident of the United States, would be detained by the Immigration and Customs Enforcement on charges related to his 2008 conviction. So it took him like 3 years. He was detained for 3 years in a holding facility while deportation hearings were held. Despite Khan and his father making several appeals to try to keep him in the country, he would later be deported back to Guyana in 2015. Okay, so I guess he still was locked up for a long time, so that's kind of good. What happened to Khan afterwards is unclear. Some reports suggested that he was disowned by his family and left to fend for himself in Guyana, possibly becoming homeless. I really hope that happened. While other sources suggest his father stood by his son and even relocated to the United Kingdom with him, where they now live together in London. Okay, so he's either living in London or he's living in the streets of Guyana. So I really hope it's the streets of Guyana. All right, let's head over to Yazan Asfour, see what happened to him. During the time between his release and his trial, Yazan absconded, and to this day he has a warrant out for his arrest. He fled back to his native Jordan. Like, why these guys that are from another country, why not? Like, why do they give them bail? Like, they have every reason just to flee the country. I mean, in a way, it's like, at least he's gone. He's not living here. He's someone else's problem. But still, you want to punish them first. Put them in prison first, then send them packing. Just like, you basically just let them get away with it. It was revealed in an episode of Chris Hansen's podcast, Predators I've Caught, that after fleeing back to Jordan, Yazan found employment, got married, and even had children. He got a degree from a university in the UK, although despite them being allies with the US, he was not extradited. Yeah, I wonder how that happened. Like, they have a extradition treaty with the UK, so I wonder, did the US, they just didn't want to deal with him? Because, I mean, it does cost money to keep people locked up, so maybe they're like, you know what, like, we're not even going to try to get him back. He's gone. UK can deal with him. According to Joey of Joey's TCAP channel, despite being married, Asfour still regularly engages in cam sessions with online dominatrix women, with many of these women recognizing him and posting photographs and videos of their interactions online for others to see. Also, according to Joey, Asfour actually consents to these being shared to further gratify his humiliation fetish. So he's still a disgusting guy. Many of the cam girls attempted to alert Flagler Beach police about his presence in the UK, but Joey claimed that the department no longer had interest in capturing him. Okay, there we go. I guess they're like, you know what, like, it's just not worth it. Because they'd have to come back, put him on trial again, and it's been so long, and waste resources. In that same episode, Chris revealed that one of the online dominatrix women named Miss Habibi, in collaboration with a TCAP fan, was hired by Yazan to berate him for his own sexual gratification. She immediately recognized Yazan from his appearance on TCAP and used this to further humiliate him. While the video is unlisted, it can still be found via link on Joey's channel. And they do have the audio here. I'm not going to read it out. But basically, she's making him admit that he was on To Catch a Predator. You can go to the wiki page and read the exact transcript here. 2024 update. In 2024, Joey from Joey's TCAP channel found Yazan's chat log, as well as re-uploading the video of Yazan being humiliated by fans of the show. It was subsequently read on YouTube by Morticia, revealing the main content of the conversation. Morticia later released other lost chat logs belonging to other predators in her possession, including Daryl Medley and Alan Chernay. I don't even know who Daryl Medley is, but I might have to check it out. Yeah, Morticia has a pretty awesome channel, where she's got a whole lot of chat logs that she reads. I definitely recommend checking that out. Under trivia, it says, because Asfour never went to trial and was never convicted, his chat does not appear on Perverted Justice's chat log archives. He responded yes when he was asked if he understands the Miranda rights. However, later in the interview, he asks, what's an attorney? According to an anonymous and unverified source, Asfour was caught by amateur predator hunters in Jordan before moving to the United States. So if that's true, he obviously has a history of this. So here we have two guys who were just never going to learn. Yeah, so these guys, I could see why they're very popular among TCAP fans, because they're both just unrepentant predators, and they're just gross and sick in different ways. Anyways, I appreciate everyone watching. Let me know if there's any other predators that you want me to cover, either their stings or interrogations, and I will try to do them. And also, I have a Patreon channel if you want to sign up to that. The link is in the video description here. I have like 170 videos on there or something. I do all the new Takedown with Chris Hansen and all sorts of other videos that I can't put here on YouTube. So I think it's like $3 or $4 a month or something. And it's hopefully well worth it, because I post a lot on there too to provide a lot of entertainment for you guys. So I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.